Happy New Year, everyone. I don't think I saw anyone in Brisbane.
Daniil, the title in Brisbane, does that give you sort of renewed confidence coming into the area?
Sure, I mean, it's a great feeling. I knew, last year I was playing better already, and much better in the end of the season. I was a bit struggling physically with all the season I had, so was not, and I didn't have time with the new team yet to make a big preparation. So we made a good preseason. And again, if I would lose in Brisbane or win, I would still be kind of confident for the season to come. But when you win, it's only a good feeling. So I'm happy that I won.
I haven't seen you since US Open, so I'm just curious if you can talk through the reset period you had after stopping with Gilles after a long time, and then just building back a new team and how sort of this new start is feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it was, of course, a big decision in my life, with Gilles, it depends how we count, but like 11 or 8 years, like fully together. But in the end, there was a moment to do it. It was the turning point, and it helped me a lot. I love working with Thomas and Rohan. We were kind of, let's call it, on a trial period till the end of the season, but I love working with them. I do think they love working with me, so we decided to continue. Hopefully it can be a long one and a great one. And that's basically it. Of course, they're different people, so it's a different style of coaching, different style of practices, everything. But we have a lot of fun, and it's working great, and I'm feeling great on the court.
How much then actually changes with, the way you prepare, and what did you feel you needed to keep the same?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, of course, it's different persons, so it's completely different. But when I was looking for a new coach, I was looking for someone who would understand my game and what I'm doing on the court. And they were kind of, when we talked to them, straight away I felt that they understand what I'm doing on the court. Because, for a person maybe that doesn't go into details looking into tennis, he would be like, how does Medvedev win? He's standing somewhere far behind the baseline. Okay, he can serve well sometimes, but at the same time he's doing double faults and this and that. How does he win tennis matches? Of course, they were players. They're great coaches, so they know. But they also could kind of go into detail straight away what they thought I was missing at that moment, because it was after US Open, and how maybe we can get back where I want to be. And again, then after talking is the practice process, and we do try to implement some things, like I go a bit more to the net. I feel like my volley improved. So small things like this help me on the court.
You've achieved so much in your career so far, Grand Slam title, world #1, and away you're turning 30 this year, which is kind of a time for reflection. What are your goals going forward? Have you got specific targets in the rest of your career?
I have one now. I usually say that my goal is to play good tennis, which is true, and because that's the most important. When I play my best tennis, I can win titles, I can win Grand Slams, I can be in final of Grand Slams, Masters 1000, and all this. But this comes with playing good. So first it comes on from the practice court, etc., etc. But now my goal is to win a second title somewhere in the city where I already won. It's a clear goal. I'm saying it out loud. I'm not sure to achieve it, but I'm going to do my best to try to do it. But here we are in Melbourne, so I hope to get to 23 before I get a second somewhere.
Any city particular, or just will any other city do?
No, any city. I'm usually playing tournaments now, which I like tournaments. So any city of this will do.
Kind of on a similar theme, tennis players travel the world more than any other athlete really. I'm just wondering, are you affected by jet lag? And if so, how do you kind of cope with it? What strategies do you have?
Of course, I would be surprised if anyone said no, I'm not at all. I mean, it's tough, and of course, Australia is probably one of the toughest one. Then there is also Dubai, Los Angeles is brutal, but there are some techniques. If you don't have a family with a family staffer, you could, for example, when you're back in Europe, you could actually adjust to Australian time step by step, and then coming here, you would feel kind of well. I did it last year because I was coming late, but then no, just try to leave by the time where you arrive. So meaning, of course, you come to Australia, you want to sleep at like 12. Well, don't do it. Go to bed at like 10 at least, or maybe 11, and try to wake up at 8 or 9, and then it's going to help you. But it's not easy.
ATP website at the end of last year did a series about the best rivalries of 2025, and one of the picks was you and Lerner Tien, which I don't think anybody would have expected would have been one of the rivalries of the year when the year started. So I'm curious what that sort of rivalry, as you want to call it, that means to you, and what you think of Lerner and his progress and his his possible future? Because you guys played some. It was a good pick. I mean, it made
No,
sense.
it was
an
unreal.
incredible
We
pick.
played only 3 matches, but they were all unreal, like unreal. One of them was kind of not an ATP Tour, but it was a great match here. And no, he's an amazing player, in my opinion. Of course, he's super young, so he has so much to improve. And then it's like, you never know. Again, Jannik, for example, till he was, maybe 20, everyone knew he can play amazing, but nobody knew he would be unbeatable at one point. And then he managed to step up, to work with his team. So a lot of players can do it, and he has a potential to be very good. For sure, our games connect on some level. His game connects to mine, but actually my game connects to him. And that's why both of us, we kind of cannot hit a winner. So we have to fight for every point. We both kind of read each other's serve. I mean, his serve, he for sure needs to improve. He can serve great as well. So it's honestly, when I look back now, it's fun to play him. I think that's what I'm gonna also like the next matches I play, because I didn't know him before last year. So I was kind of struggling like mentally to play him, because I was like, okay, why, what's happening? But now I'm going to enjoy it much more.
Thank you, everyone.
Приветствую. Thank you, guys.
I thought you guys were going to ask about the Aussie coach. Very Aussie guy.
Отлично, да. Я всегда любил Питер. Один из